A very good afternoon to you. This is TV Sapienza on Star Times Channel 260. Today is Thursday, the 2nd of October 2025. My name is Joe Igbo. In our news headlines this afternoon, the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASSAN, has suspended its strike action over a dispute with Dangote Refinery. The Nigerian Railway Corporation (NRC) says it has resumed passenger train services on the Abuja-Kaduna corridor. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has inaugurated some projects built by the Uzodimma administration in Imo State. And from our foreign desk, the Israeli Navy has intercepted boats carrying aid to Gaza and detained the activists on board. Now the details of the news. The Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASSAN, has suspended its strike action over a dispute with Dangote Refinery. The president of PENGASSAN, Festus Osifo, made this known at a news conference in Abuja. Osifo maintained that the union would respect the federal government's intervention in the feud between Dangote and PENGASSAN. The president of PENGASSAN urged Dangote Petroleum Refinery to honor the agreement of reinstating the 800 sacked PENGASSAN members to avoid another industrial action. Osifo thanked the National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu, the Minister of Labour and Employment Muhammad Dingyadi, and Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy Wale Edun for their intervention. Earlier yesterday, the Minister of Labour and Employment Muhammad Dingyadi confirmed that the industrial dispute had been resolved. In a communique, Dingyadi said unionization was a legal right of workers that must be respected. He assured that no worker would be victimized for participating in the dispute. The National Executive Council (NEC) of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities (SSANU) has demanded the immediate payment of the withheld salaries of its members who participated in the 2022 industrial action. This is contained in a statement issued by the National President of SSANU, Mr. Muhammad Haruna, after its 52nd meeting at Avani Koku Federal University of Education, Owerri, Imo State. Haruna urged the federal government to immediately release the outstanding 2 months withheld salaries to guarantee industrial harmony within the university system. The union also expressed concern over what it described as the federal government's persistent disregard for memoranda of understanding, memoranda of action, and other duly negotiated collective bargaining agreements entered into with SSANU. The union also condemned the non-remittance of pension deductions from members' salaries to their pension fund administrators and demanded immediate reconciliation and full remittance to safeguard members' retirement benefits. Governor Abba Yusuf of Kano State has expressed strong disapproval over the absence of the State Commissioner of Police and his officers at the state's Independence Day parade yesterday, describing it as unethical and partisan. Speaking at the event, the governor announced that he would submit a formal petition to the federal authorities urging President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to take swift action. He said the police commissioner's withdrawal from an official national event is a disservice to the people of Kano State. The National Inland Waterways Authority (NIWA) has confirmed that 36 people have now died in the boat accident that occurred in Ibaji local government area of Kogi State. About 80 persons were on board the boat, which capsized on Tuesday while conveying passengers from Apu and Udumomo settlements to Ilushi in Edo State. According to NIWA, 40 passengers were rescued while search and rescue efforts were still ongoing. NIWA's head of Ada Station, William Isaac, who gave the update, said most of the victims were from Onugwa and other riverine communities in Ibaji local government area of Kogi State. Isaac explained that the passengers included women, children, and mourners returning from a burial ceremony in the area. He further assured that NIWA is working with local divers and emergency teams to recover more victims and support the affected communities. The Nigerian Railway Corporation (NRC) says it has resumed passenger train services on the Abuja-Kaduna corridor. In a statement yesterday, the corporation said that all necessary checks had been concluded on the train, which underscores the corporation's commitment to ensuring smooth, reliable, and secure train services for the traveling public. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has inaugurated some projects built by the Hope Uzodimma administration in Imo State. Tinubu commissioned the 52-kilometer Owerri-Mbaise-Umuahia Road, Control Azomta Cathedral Catholic Church Twin Flyover, and the Emmanuel Iwanyanwu International Conference Center, Owerri. He praised Governor Hope Uzodimma for his efforts in putting up the projects. Crowds comprising residents, school children, students, government officials, monarchs, amongst others, had converged on the streets and witnessed the events. Cultural displays, music, and glamorous welcoming activities heralded the president's visit. There were also inspection tours of the Imo Concord Hilton Hotel, Owerri, and the Digital Learning Center. Another highlight was the Orashi Free Trade Zone, which had attracted more than 7 oil and gas companies in the state. Speaking, Governor Hope Uzodimma listed the projects executed by him, including infrastructural, youth empowerment, and technologically driven areas such as the My Ino app, the Imo Digital City IDCL, and the Scale Up Imo Technosphere, which he said has trained about 40,000 youths in digital skills. The Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has sacked all commissioners and other public office holders serving in his administration. The decision, according to a statement issued in Port Harcourt by his Chief Press Secretary, Nelson Chukwudi, takes immediate effect and followed the recent Supreme Court judgment. The governor thanked the outgoing officials for their services and contributions to the state's development over the past 2 years. The Anambra State Governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has urged Nigerians to stay hopeful despite the challenges they face and to believe in the country's potential for greatness. Soludo stated this at Alex Ekweme Square, Oka, in his address on the occasion of the 65th Independence Anniversary celebration yesterday. He emphasized that despite the issues of insecurity, economic strains, among others, Nigeria's investment in people should be sustained. He particularly praised President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for implementing necessary reforms, including the removal of fuel subsidy and stabilization of the exchange rate, among others, which he characterized as necessary medicine for an economy long distorted and pampered over. He said the event served as both a celebration and a call for unity, emphasizing the triumphs and trials that have shaped the nation's journey since 1960. At the event, which was attended by the Deputy Governor, Dr. Onyekachi Ibezim, service commanders, among others, the governor called for unity of contributions by citizens in patriotism for a more prosperous future. The Commissioner of Police for the Federal Capital Territory, FCT Abuja, Ajao Adewale, has released details on the circumstances leading to the death of Arise News anchor Ms. Somtochukwu Maduagwu. Adewale emphasized the need to correct some mistaken accounts about the incident. He said that contrary to some misinformation going the rounds, Maduagwu jumped from a 3-story building during a robbery attack at her residence in Abuja on Monday morning and died in the process. The police commissioner said Maduagwu became afraid during the robbery attack and decided to jump out of her 3-story building for safety, but lost her life in the process. He said the FCT Police commiserates with the family of Somtochukwu and other Nigerians that are recently touched by this ugly incident. The CP said some armed robbers gained access into unique apartments where Somtochukwu lived, a 3-story building of 18-flat apartment around Katampe in Abuja. According to him, Somtochukwu actually occupied an apartment on the topmost floor of the building, and out of fear, she jumped down from that third floor and died. Adewale said the police had set up a specific investigation team headed by Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of investigations to look into and unravel the whole situation with a view to tracking down the culprits. The Osun State Governor Adeleke has granted Independence Day amnesty to 36 convicts currently serving sentences at the Nigeria Correctional Service facilities in Ilesha and Ile-Ife in commemoration of Nigeria's 65th independence anniversary. The governor's spokesperson, Malam Olawale Rashid, who made this known in a statement in Osogbo, stated that Governor Adeleke's decision reflects the spirit of compassion, justice, and renewal which Nigeria's Independence Day represents. He stressed that the gesture follows the recommendations of the State Advisory Council on Prerogative of Mercy. The beneficiaries of this Independence Day amnesty include men and women convicted mostly of minor offenses such as stealing and conspiracy, many of whom had served substantial portions of their sentences. Now this foreign news. The Israeli Navy has intercepted boats carrying aid to Gaza and detained the activists on board, including Swedish climate campaigner Greta Thunberg. Israel's foreign ministry says several vessels that form part of the global Sumud flotilla, or GSF, had been safely stopped and that those aboard were being transferred to an Israeli port. It added that the Navy had told the vessels to change course as they were approaching an active combat zone. The GSF has described the interception as illegal and clearly reveals the extreme lengths to which the occupier will go to ensure Gaza remains starved and isolated. The Israeli Foreign Ministry said the flotilla had been informed it was violating a lawful naval blockade that covers the waters next to Gaza. International aid agencies have been attempting to get food and medicines into the Palestinian territory, but note that Israel is restricting the flow of supplies. To end the Sapientia TV news at 1 p.m., a recap of the major headlines. The Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASSAN, has suspended its strike action over a dispute with Dangote Refinery. The Nigeria Railway Corporation, NRC, says it has resumed passenger train services on the Abuja-Kaduna corridor. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has inaugurated some projects built by the Hope Uzodimma administration in Imo State. And finally, from our foreign desk, the Israeli Navy has intercepted boats carrying aid to Gaza and detained the activists on board. That was the Sapientia TV news at 1 p.m. On behalf of the editorial and technical crew, I am Joe Igbo. Good afternoon and thanks for choosing TV Sapientia.